So I'm now going to explain how you would go about amending your constitution if you're a charitable company limited by guarantee. And the way this is done depends partly on being a charity, but also on being a company. So this is an organisation which has both of those features to it. The first thing that would happen is that the board would decide what sort of changes they want to make. And they might want to take some external advice on that and think about how much modernising of the constitution they need, perhaps to bring it up to date with company law changes, but also to look at the objects of the charity and whether they accurately reflect what the charity is doing now and what it would perhaps do in the future. And that goes for all legal structures as well. So first of all, the board looks at the objects and the rest of the constitution, the memorandum and articles, and thinks what changes they want to make. Certain changes will need advanced Charity Commission approval. They're sometimes called regulated changes or regulated alterations, and they relate to things which involve changing the objects of the charity or making any changes to payments that may be available to trustees or other benefits that may be available to trustees, or thirdly, anything relating to dissolution or winding up of the charity. If what you're changing impacts on any of those three areas, you will need advanced Charity Commission approval. And particularly where you're considering changing the objects of the charity, you may well put some words forward to the Charity Commissioner and they may have slightly different suggestions. So there's sometimes a bit of a negotiation as to where you end up with the exact wording. So once you've got the Charity Commission approval, if you need it, the board would go ahead and seek members' approval. And this is where the company law side of things comes in particularly. So what needs to happen in company law terms is that the company needs to pass a special resolution. That's a resolution of the members of the company, and because it's a special resolution, it needs a 75% majority. And there are different ways of doing this. Either the board can convene a general meeting of the members, so there needs to be a quorum at that meeting, and then at least 75% of those who vote on the resolution, or the resolutions if you're doing it as more than one resolution, more than 75% of those who vote need to vote in favour, then that special resolution would be passed. Alternatively, you could use the written resolution procedure. The way that works is that the board would circulate the text of the written resolution to members, and the members, at least 75% of the members, would need to confirm their approval within a 28-day period. So that's the alternative process. And the written resolution process is likely to be more suitable if you've got a relatively small group of members. And some charities, of course, will have exactly the same people as their trustees, their directors, and their members. So the written resolution may be particularly appropriate for them. But even where you've got that sort of very tight structure of members and trustees being the same people, you still need to treat it as two processes. So a board decision and then a members resolution to adopt the changes. So once you've made those changes by the special resolution, with Companies House you need to file the certificate of passing, as it's called, to confirm the resolution has gone through, plus the new articles, and you need to file the resolutions and the new articles also with the Charity Commission. And the changes will take effect from the date of the resolution. So that's a quick summary of the process for a charitable company limited by guarantee.